Are you ready? I think I'm ready. I might even put this at the fart. I'm going to put this at the fart, man. I'm going to put this at the start. G'day, guys, and welcome to episode 9. I'm Brad James, and welcome to Pirate Think. Today, we are going to talk about time, like sands in the hourglass. I'm going to have a really red hot crack at making sure this actually works. And let's try that. I'm going to have a really red hot go at seeing if this actually works. You know what? I was like, in my head, I'm like, freaking Saturday morning, fired up, just chilled out morning, hanging with the fam bam, just kicking it, gonna head out, smash out a podcast. I was so G'd up. Batteries went flat. The camera randomly, everything was good, but the camera randomly stopped recording audio on take 2. So now I'm like 25, 30 minutes in. I just went to go and start recording again, and I heard the camera make a weird noise, got up and checked it, and the bloody SD card was out of memory. And I'm just like, dear Lord, give me some peace to not destroy this equipment and just throw it all in the bin. But here I am, G'd up to hit it all again. I should nail this because I've said it all twice now. I don't even know what I said, and now I'm probably just going to go on another random brain dump journey of whatever comes to my mouth. But I'm going to really try and keep it along the same topic. And look, I get it, right? I get it, Sean. I get it. Get on top of your battery scenario. Okay, bud. Must be fairly easy to say as you just probably at the gym charging absolutely nothing but your freaking guns and your ego, bro. No, I love Sean, and I tolerate Sean, and we are definitely going to have him back for an episode as soon as he decides to just pirate up and make this thing happen. I was so pumped. Once again, I just want to go down that like grit determination of headspace mindset. Doesn't matter what comes to set you back. If you're on mission, if you're on point, if you're coming down here to do a 30-day challenge where you record 10 minutes of video every single day for 30 days, and if it fails 15 times, guess what? Freaking pirate, you're getting up and you're doing it again. And that's exactly what I'm doing, and I'm going to nail it now. And I had another good mate of mine. There's only, at this stage, there's only probably 3 people in my life outside my wife that know, and my little kids. My little girls are like, hey, Pirate Think. I'm like, girls, what up? Dad's freaking dope, bro. And they're just like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah. No, I'm not like that, but sometimes. There's a few people. Sean's obviously, because he was in episode 1. Good job, buddy. The other person is Matt. Matt Stratton. He told me not to say and talk too much about the whole 10-minute thing and just get out and just say my piece and do what I got to do. And you know what? Matt? I'm assuming that's fairly easy coming from a guy probably sitting on his couch, pants down, watching a bit of Brad on the TV. I'd assume smashing a Dorito down your neck or a burrito down your neck. And you know what? I know what he was saying. What he was saying was that I don't need to justify or I don't need to keep bringing up the point or referring back to, which I agree, and that's definitely a learning point for me to continue to grow during this 30 days. But at the same time, I suppose in my head, I'm not quite there to just jump in and be like, this is me, this is the new me, and I'm a podcast guy, and I'm just going to splurt it all out and whatever happens, happens. I just still feel very in my own head, and I know I've been saying that a lot, but I'm kind of just trying to really talk out what's real and what's happening to me, because I feel as I do that and as I watch the videos back, I continue to grow and understand more about me. And at the core of everything I'm saying, if I just come out with the realness of what is in me, that is going to be the best outcome, because it's me. Welcome to me. This is it. And so I think soon I will get there, but at the moment, hashtag 30-day challenge, whatever. I've probably just fucking wasted so much time blurting shit again, and I get to these stages right now to transition into something that I was going to talk about. You good, bro? Dog's just having a little vom over on the carpet. If it ain't dead batteries, it's dogs vomiting. Welcome to Pirate Thing. And the dryer's going again because we're in the dry room. And, well, it's not the dry room, it's the garage that's the dry room. That's the study, that's the office, that's everything. It's a bathroom, it's a toilet, whatever you want it to be. You do whatever you want. Shit in here, you do it all, bud. Welcome to the Do It All podcast room, where we fucking do it all. When I get to these stages of even transitioning, the bombardment of thoughts in my mind of self-doubt and just fear, I suppose, it's interesting and it's consistent. I'm like, anyway, fuck, is all of that I've just said a waste? Probably, but if you're still here, proud of you. Fucking proud. What I was going to talk about was time. And I've waffled this scenario twice now about time, and I don't even think I'm going to talk about that now. What I'm just going to say is time is an interesting concept, and I think there is so much we can learn and unpack, not through time, all this stuff we can learn through the distance of time and living, but I think there's lots we can learn from time itself. What I would also say is that the best thing about time for us as humans living in a time-built construct is that time is also one of the most consistents in our world. And there's not too many consistents that we can really rest on. And any good foundation in life is based on a really good consistent, right? You need to eat food, you need to drink water, you probably need to pay your taxes, and you're probably going to die sometime. There's some key consistents that if you build that as a foundation, that's pretty good. The other consistent is time. Whether you have a good relationship with time or a bad relationship with time, I think the most important thing to remember is that time is so consistent and so predictable and so repeatable that it is just one of the best things to get a good relationship with and to build on your understanding of time and using time to your advantage. Time is an incredible thing, both short time and long time. All of it is amazing that we can use to our advantage. And so the concept of time, even in this short period where I've been doing this podcast and starting this challenge, it's amazing to me how the amount of time I've spent to camera in the last 10 days or 9 days doing these videos compared to prior in my life feels like it's been a massive effort and a whole bunch of time, and it feels big, and it feels big in relation to time and how much investment into it. But yet at the same reflection, it's like 9 days. It's like it's a work week or almost 2 work weeks at best. And that concept of it feels like I've been doing this forever, but I've also only just started it. This feeling of when I'm in front of the camera right now, a minute feels like it drags on for an hour, and how can I ever spill out and start word vomiting for 10 minutes when this first 30 seconds is so chaotic in my mind that it feels like it goes on for an eternity. But at the same time, I then look back and I go, oh, wow, you didn't really rattle that much out for 10 minutes. This time is such an interesting concept and such an interesting thing to reflect on based on perspective and based on post-time, pre-time, or right in the middle of time, and being really present in the present moment. And I think that's what definitely being in front of the camera does, is brings you into a current present time, and it just, all of that headspace, all of that thought about different stuff narrows you into like this moment here where it's just like, I'm locked in with you. I'm in this moment. I'm filtering live and need to come out, rather than not being necessarily in the moment, being in the past or looking at future. But yeah, time's crazy, eh? It really is. And I would encourage you to find a great relationship with time. I would encourage you to really think about time and the construct of time and how it plays an integral role of how you process things, how you deliver things, how you spend your time, how you don't spend your time, how your life has changed from one time in your life to a future time. Look at a scenario you're currently going through now and reflect back in time on a scenario similar and how you dealt with it then. Time is a really, really powerful tool. And the only other part that I was originally talking about in my first 2 recordings of this podcast and time is it started around that concept of that time heals all, or this is only for a time, or mainly around the whole time heals all pain, or in time you will get through this. And I think that's really true and correct in some manners, but I don't think it heals you. I don't think if you suffer a big loss in your life, I don't think time heals you. What I think is time masks it, time diffuses it, time blunts it, blurs it, grinds it up, puts it out of perspective. It almost puts it out of your emotional capacity bank and throws it in some deep, dark segment in your heart or in your brain somewhere. But I don't think time actually is the thing that heals you. I think what heals you is your ability to work through that situation. And I think that time heals all has been a trap that has caught so many people out and left people in this place of undealt with pain or undealt with emotional circumstances, that the element of time has made it that their life, they can now bear this thing in their life. But I don't think that time has healed it. And so I think there's so many things in our life that we have gone through and we get to the other end and we think, yeah, I'm okay with that. But it's not till a scenario similar to it rocks up and enters our world and disturbs our world that the raw feeling of that thing that time was meant to have healed actually didn't really heal it at all. What actually heals it is us as humans processing, unpacking, and dealing with things, not just letting the distance of time be the healer. And I think that's actually a really exciting concept. It really fires me up because it then also means that the time in which a really hard thing happens in your life to the time in which you find healing or you find capacity growth in, or you find whatever you're looking for, that distance can actually be as short as we need it to be, as much as I need it to be in my world and my decision. If you suffer loss of a job, of a loved one, or whatever it might be, you are actually the determining factor 100% in how you process that and how your emotional world heals from that, and how you get on with your life and give A-class effort every single day, regardless of what is actually happening in your external world. And so it gets me excited that I can face trials, I can face things in my life that might be a major like fear or worry or hurt or loss or something. And that actually, if I process that well and I keep clear perspective, I don't need to let time heal me. I choose to be healed. Anyway, if I can leave you with that thought, go and freaking heal yourself. You can do it. In fact, I would go as far to say you are the only one that can do it. Stop waiting for someone else to do it. Only you can do it. So get up off your ass and fucking heal yourself. There ain't no savior coming, mate. There ain't no bloke gonna come out and waffle some words over a camera and make you better again. Only you can do that. And time can't do it either. Time will compress it. Time will fester it. Time will make it feel like it's healed. And then when you least expect it, it will jump out and will bite you in the ass. Please don't all attack me at once. This has been a censored, moderated version of time. I'm Brad James. Welcome to Pirate Thing. Get a little bit of that up, yeah.